People, what's good? So let's talk about alternate day fasting and why it's just not for me. If you watch my last video, you will see that I did alternate day fasting for 2 weeks, and while I got good results from it, girl, it not easy. And so I'm going to talk about the pros and the cons of alternate day fasting in this video, why I decided that it was not for me, but how I will incorporate it into my routine, my fasting schedule moving forward. Because it's not that it don't work. I lost 9 pounds in 2 weeks. It worked. But it's not easy. And I think the results can be gained from a different schedule. So let's talk about it. So alternate day fasting, if you watch my last video or if you know anything about fasting, you know that you skip an entire day of eating. How I was doing it is I was eating from 12 to 8, and then I think I actually pushed it to 2. I remember, it's been so long. From like 2 to 8, and then from 8, if you start eating at 8 on a Sunday, you skip eating all of Monday, and then I break my fast Tuesday at 12 or 2, whichever one I was able to do. And so here's what was happening to me. On my non-eating days, on Monday, I would like sip tea and do those kind of things, but it's just tea and water, tea bag and water, no sugar alternative, no nothing. And the heartburn in the night of the non-eating day is the hardest thing ever. Like, first of all, you're hungry because your body is not used to going so long without food. And even though I did it for 2 weeks, it was just, I did not get used to it, and I don't want to go no further to try get used to it. It was just too much. And I had immense heartburns the night of the non-eating days. You see, once I wake up on the day that I'm going to break the fast, I'm fine, because I find that because I've been fasting for so long, like I started keto in 2018, late 2018, and so all of 2019, even if I wasn't in ketosis, I was always dabbling in some kind of fasting. My body's so used to skipping breakfast, and I work from home, so I'll get up and I'll make some tea and I'll just go and work, and then by 2-3 o'clock, the worms start rumble, say, hey, what go on, and you get up and you make something. So, some kind of fasting. Even if I hadn't eaten the whole of Monday, Tuesday morning I get up and I'm fine, and I go to work and I do what I need to do, and I break my fast at 12 or 2, whichever, however hungry I'm feeling. And so the morning of like going into our 35 and 40 is fine, but that Monday night, no. The heartburn, I don't think it's worth it, because let's look at it. I lost 9 pounds in 2 weeks. What I liked the most about the alternate day fasting is that it snatched you. Like, I could feel, you just have a feeling of being thin. And if you've ever fasted, if you've done ketosis before, where that keto kind of eats the belly fat first, it eats that fat around your organs. I've always found that works for me. That's exactly where the fat starts dropping from, which is why I love the keto diet so much, because that's where I carry my weight. But yeah, so I loved how I looked after those 2 weeks. I'm not gonna tell a lie, I looked good. And my clothes were fitting so much better, and I was just really, really feeling myself. And I went off on holiday afterwards, and I just loved the pictures from that first holiday especially. But to lose 9 pounds in 2 weeks is completely attainable doing something easier like OMAD, 1 meal a day, or a short eating window. So even if you're not eating, because I find it hard to sit and eat 1,200 calories in one meal or 1,500 calories in one meal and just have one meal for the day. So what I've been doing, if you watched the first video on this channel, is 24 intermittent fasting, which means I'm fasting for 20 hours and I'm eating in a 4-hour window, usually between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. works best for me. And that has been going really, really well. And I did lose 4 pounds in my first week, even though it took me about 4 days to really and truly get into ketosis. Just the fasting alone has been working, and I was able to lose 4 pounds. If I'm able to keep up that pace, then 9 pounds in 2 weeks, I know nothing for lose. That will be easy for me to, stay in that average rate. Even if next week I only lose 2 pounds, I'm okay with it. I don't need to do alternate day fasting to get to my goal weight. as we say in Jamaica, enough way to skin a cat. There are plenty ways to skin a cat. And like that, the heartburn was just too much. I'm not gonna do alternate day fasting as a regular part of my fasting schedule. However, so here's the benefit of doing alternate day fasting every now and then. In that video, I laid out the 3 reasons why you might want to incorporate fasting on a whole into your lifestyle, and what are those reasons. And number 1 was autophagy, which is always a word that I have to think about before I say, because I want to say autophagy. Anyway, so autophagy is that process where you are consuming nothing at all, and so your cells get a chance to completely rest and regenerate and sweep out your body internally, kind of break down the bad cells and flush them out of your system and regenerate some new healthy cells. In that process of autophagy, you really need to not be consuming anything at all, not even sweeteners, not even apple cider vinegar, nothing. If you have to, you can consume like tea bags and water. That's it. So that's that. And so for that process to occur, I intend on actually using alternate day fasting maybe once or twice per month, no more than that, so that I can give my body a chance to go through that process and rest and give me fresh skin, because that's one of the benefits. Definitely, there are a lot of health benefits, but we are women, we are vain, and I want that fresh, clear skin so that I can jump on YouTube without makeup, because I ain't putting on makeup for y'all. I love y'all, but I'm just not that glam girl. So I plan on doing a alternate day fast and alternate day fast once or twice a month, even in this keto restart that I'm doing for January, where I'm doing a 4-hour eating window. Then, you know, I'll just pick a random day and say, okay, today we're doing alternate day fasting. And it's probably going to always be me doing either a Sunday to Tuesday fast or a Wednesday to Friday fast, because I like to kind of have freedom on Friday nights to go out and, you know, have a drink or two. I won't eat on the road because I'm really trying to stick to keto. And so, well, in Jamaica, it's kind of easy to go out and order jerk chicken, which is not one of the things that I want to avoid, why I don't want to eat on the road in January especially. I want to avoid things like bad oils. So even if I were to go out and get a ketogenic meal of, you know, some chicken and vegetables, in a restaurant, they're probably not using olive oil and coconut oil and those kind of healthy oils. And I really want to stay away from that kind of, you know, bad oils right now, especially in January when I, you know, ease up a little bit. You can every now and then, but so I'm not eating out in January at all, unless it's like some jerk chicken where it's, you know, seasoning in over some coals or some wood and whatever. And happy to live in Jamaica where I can get that on the roadside. But I do normally tend to have a little drink on the weekend, and so I like to go into that kind of deep fast on Sunday to Tuesday, so I can give my body a chance to like, girl, what is this you gave us? We got to get rid of it and push it out and whatever. So yeah, alternate day fasting as a long-term strategy, it just ain't for me. When I'm fasting, doing my 20-hour fasts, as I'm doing now, just for weight loss. If you're fasting for weight loss, then doing things like having heavy cream in your coffee in the morning, which I do, is fine, because the 50 calories that you're having in your coffee in the morning, yes, it's gonna break a fast for autophagy and for, you know, cell regeneration and stomach, giving your stomach a rest, but it's still very helpful for weight loss. And so if you're fasting just completely for weight loss in a really business bowl, nothing else, then you can have your heavy cream in your coffee in the morning, which I really like to do. You can have your stevia in your coffee in the morning, which I really like to do, or in your tea, and you will still benefit from the fasting, which I proved this week, because I had heavy cream in my coffee or my tea almost every morning this week, and I still lost 4 pounds, because it's, instead of having a big breakfast, what you're doing is skipping breakfast, and so you're contracting all the calories that you're eating. You're not eating as much calories as one would normally do if you're not fasting any at all, and so you must lose weight same way. So that's that. So my 20-hour fasts are just for weight loss. They're not really for any other type of health benefits. And so if I'm having coffee, I'm having heavy cream in it. I don't drink a lot of coffee though. I'm a tea girl. And so if I'm having tea, I'm having stevia in it. There's another video coming up where I'm going to be testing. I bought a Keto Mojo so I can actually prick my fingers, which is not fun, and test what kind of things kicks me out of ketosis, what kind of things causes a spike in glucose in my bloodstream. And so I want to test to see if stevia, I have any reaction at all to stevia, because I like to sweeten my teas with stevia. And there is a lot of, the waters are murky when you do searches. They say that all the alternative sugars or sweeteners do cause some kind of blood sugar spike. So I'm going to test it for myself because everybody's different. I'm going to test it for myself and see if stevia really does cause a spike in insulin for me. I'm also going to test if heavy cream, I think heavy cream will cause a spike in insulin and a reaction, but does it kick me out of ketosis? I don't think so, but I want to test for myself. And so things like apple cider vinegar as well. I want to know if I should consume, because I like to end my day by drinking apple cider vinegar before I go to bed to help that kind of flush out process. Should I have that within my eating window, or is it fine to have it right before bed? Because I want to know if it will, affect the fast any at all for me. Yes, it might affect the fast for the majority of people. I like to know how things work inside of my body, right? So going back to the point of this video, that was a whole intro for my next video. Going back to the point of this video, alternate day fasting is a great tool, and if you find that you are someone who needs that kind of discipline to stay away from certain foods, or if you find that you are someone who's not interested in doing the ketogenic diet but you do want to lose weight, then alternate day fasting is a good way to lose that weight and give your body a chance to rest in between meals, for sure. But if you're doing a keto diet, then OMAD or a 24 fast like I'm doing is perfectly fine. And that's what I'm doing for January. So I hope you join me on this journey and let's lose some weight and get healthy, I will see you guys in the next video. Please like this video if you like the information that I share. Please subscribe to the channel, guys, and hit the bell so that you know when I have another video going live, because I don't have a posting schedule here on YouTube. Join me on Instagram at On and Off Keto. This was Monique, and we are doing 24 all January long. Bye, guys. See y'all.